Just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over. In that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles, 79 Broncos.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a first and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The first carry now. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
To throw is Prescott. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Prescott. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nicky Manwari. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it's third down. You're in a tight game in the loudest stadium in the NFL, and it's enough to rattle even the most seasoned of quarterbacks. And here, it looks like he's not quite on the same page as his receiver. This will wind up a turnover.
Walker now on first and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Ready? Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Touchdown, Seahawks. Torrey Horton, 33 yards. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards to pick up there.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to two people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target lane. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a first down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win. Prescott now. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They'll run here, the former Longhorn with it. Down to the 25. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing, Prescott. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 6-0 our score after 1. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Here we go, boy. Hey, kill. Then we'll go to 53.
Here's Prescott. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he'll work that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, trailing now at 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, look at repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Savon Revel. And the Cowboys are going to take over here up near the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Picked up by Kazir White. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away?
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Their mobile quarterback, 42 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. The touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. to coast. What a great return. They'll be set up beautifully.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no lead.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Jaden Blue punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. They go I formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw out wide to Walker. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here we go. Shot. Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. That one caught. It's Horton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 47.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. Incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
He'll try and do this himself. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Let's field it at the 8-yard line. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit, but they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition, sometimes you get a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you. That's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going?
13 yards. First down, Dallas.
We got 46.
Now Prescott. Man, and he hits him in stride. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Giving it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And again, it's Prescott. Got an open man, it's Pickens. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. Kill. 47.
Prescott from the gun. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Go, get out there. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they take the lead out in front at 13-12. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays, yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Let's go now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
First down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half, you got the lead, you're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Prescott. He'll try and do this himself. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Prescott able to use those legs of his to pick up the first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a 1st down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And his pass incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. He'll drop to throw. On the out route, it's Lamb to the ground. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2. They go again with Blue. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column. Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. Blue will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And, Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Liking 18.
Back to throw here. Open man is Barner to tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. He's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Dragon 60. Ready, ready.
They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Cowboys 20, Seahawks 18. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. The wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
On first down, it's Blue. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jaden Blue saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
At the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
Now back to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Ready up.
And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Let's go now. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
70, Warriors, 70.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. A new lease on life after the fourth down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 35 yards. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Both these teams fighting for their playoff lives. All tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
They're on the 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And as a fan of the NFL, not much more you could hope for in this divisional round matchup. Tie game, 4th quarter. A lot of these fans with their hearts in their throats waiting to see what happens here. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be 2nd in a couple.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Kill. Here go 46.
Prescott now. To the sideline. Oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Prescott. That is caught by him. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. Of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. tackle. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hold it ready.
They'll come up first and 10 here.
Get it. 60 back.
Back to throw. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
It's a gain of 9.
18 Cardinal.
Second and a yard.
He's back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Fighting through it. He's got space. And getting this just shy of midfield. He'll spot it at the 49. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll change things up.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Ready, ready.
2 timeouts still available in this final minute. It's first and 10 now. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
70 Lions.
At the Cowboys.
He'll look to throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That one caught. It's Horton. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Back to throw again. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Seahawks will line up for the
Bronco
two-point
80.
conversion.
Hey, smash Bronco. Mustang 19. Go.
They'll look to throw again. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead.
Cowboys 33. Jason Myers to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
This is first and 10.
Here we go, 47. Yeah. Here we go. All right, now. 26.
Prescott. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Here's second down.
Good. Go right in.
Here's Dak. And this one is incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. Third down.
47.
Here's Prescott. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.